Authorizer!
Antoria, what are you doing here?
I've been waiting for you, of course. You may not know it yet, but I'm actually a great prophet. I foresaw that you'd come looking for my help, so I came to find you first.
You're still saying strange stuff like that, huh? But I'm glad you're alright. I was a little worried about you and the defense forces.
Worried about me? There's no need for that. Since you completed the reality reshaping program, the Temporal Anomaly Response Force and I have been living normal lives again for a while now. Speaking of which, the rent in Astra skyrocketed. It's tripled since I first arrived in Asperia. Luckily, my commander allowance covers it. Otherwise, I'd be living on the streets here.
You're renting a place?
Sure. When I first entered hyperspace, I'd never thought I'd make it back. So I sold everything I owned and left my 12-year-old cat with a friend to take care of. And there I was, back in Asperia with no place to stay, no clothes to wear, and nothing to eat. You have no idea how exhausting it was to start over, especially since I came back on the weekend. I couldn't get anything done. It was maddening.
All right. I'll listen to your complaints about city life later. But right now, there are more important things to deal with.
Wait a second. Allow me, the great prophet, to take a guess. You've got an important friend, and you're here to help her, right? And that friend, she's a gentle and charming girl with long hair who shared countless experiences with you, and her name is... Shirley.
Wow, you actually foresaw that, great prophet. You discussed it with Void Piercer when you were in the foundational layer, right?
Oh dear, you've seen right through me. To be honest, we didn't talk much. I've only met Miss Shirley once, and before we could really chat, Void Piercer showed up again. Back then, in the foundational layer, it felt like only one of them could appear at a time. Void Piercer spoke briefly, mostly just to explain Shirley's presence to me.
So, great prophet and perfect authorizer. With all your knowledge, when were you planning to fill me in on all this?
Don't rush. You just said there's plenty of time in the future to listen to me vent.
The future can wait. Today, there's something crucial I need to handle. You mentioned Shirley. She's my most important friend, and she's stuck in the network's world. I need to find a way to get her out.
You should be more patient with me. After all, I'm the world's one and only perfect authorizer. You're so smart, yet you still haven't figured out why I know so much? Surely you've pieced together my connection to Gesthos by now. If you want to rescue Shirley, you need to consider what makes the perfect authorizer truly unique.
Do you know how we can get Shirley out of here?
Are you ready to indulge in my ramblings now?
It all depends on what you're rambling about. I've been helping you on the foundational layer for Void Piercer's sake, but that doesn't mean I don't have doubts about your bizarre actions and words.
Shirley has spent too much time in the network's world, entering the foundational layer without the authorizer's terminal. As a result, the data source of her consciousness is now deeply integrated into the system. In other words, Shirley is now like those friends you've encountered in the network's world. She's become a part of it. She's no longer a person from the real world, and this change is irreversible.
But you can fix this, can't you?
You still remember what you just called me, Authorizer?
Just now? Oh, great prophet and perfect authorizer.
Bingo. The system's recognition of Shirley's data source of consciousness can be altered, reducing her integration with the network. As the perfect authorizer, this is just one of the many abilities I possess.
Gesthos once told me that I'd become the perfect authorizer one day. Is the perfect authorizer not something innate? Can it actually be created?
Do you remember that strange move I made before the showdown with Nem?
So, what exactly did you do to me back then? Is it related to the perfect authorizer?
It was the perfect authorizer source code. The source code integrates deeply with the data source of your consciousness, impacting your real-world body. It is entirely unique and cannot be replicated. To become the perfect authorizer, you just need to complete the final step of the auth activation process. I'm going to take you to the Smart City Design Institute. Back when the Smart City was still in its design phase, all experiments related to Gesthos were conducted there. The Smart City Design Institute can help you complete the auth activation process. Once activated, you'll officially become the perfect authorizer, allowing Shirley to return to the real world and reunite with her brother.
Let's go then.
This is the Smart City Design Institute. It's been so long since I was last here, yet it looks exactly the same as I remember, completely unchanged. Well, it's only 2664 and just over a year has passed since I entered hyperspace.
The Smart City Design Institute? Is this related to the Gesthos Smart City?
The distant beacon supercomputer, SAM, was upgraded to Gesthos right here. And it was in this very place that I became the perfect authorizer. As the Smart City took shape, the equipment housing Gesthos was gradually moved into it. Once construction was completed, the Design Institute's mission was declared accomplished.
So, why aren't we heading to the Smart City? Does the perfect authorizer's auth need to be activated here?
Well, you said you're from the year 2713 and that Kieran's reality reshaping program failed, right? Did you really think that the source of the temporal anomalies was omnium radiation? It seems that after the cataclysm, humanity's research into omnium has regressed. This is completely unacceptable. In 2664, humanity still couldn't control omnium, but with you as the perfect authorizer, a new hope has emerged. Kieran's reality reshaping program isn't just some reckless plan. If we want to fully resolve the issues with those aberrations. Oh no, it seems the circuit control device has malfunctioned.
Is it broken? Are you serious? The auth activation process can't be started?
I'm just teasing you. As the perfect authorizer, I need to show you what makes me stand. Welcome to the Smart City of 2661. The place where it all began.
2661? This place is nothing like where we were before.
Commander Antoria.
Don't worry, he can't see you. Labby, is something bothering you? Is the experiment not going well?
The authorizer's selection process has been ongoing for over a year. We've gradually expanded its scope, but the highest cybernetic link compatibility we've found so far is just 93%. We're out of options, so we've called in the Hyperspace Defense Force for testing. We're counting on you now, Commander Antoria, and the entire Defense Force.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. There's no need to stress. Honestly, I'm surprised myself. I never expected I had the potential to become an authorizer.
Commander?
Yes? What's up? Do I have fried chicken crumbs on my face?
No, it's just... You seem different today. Suddenly a lot more approachable.
It's just your imagination. You're making me sound so scary. All right, let's start the test quickly. Oh, and could you grab the main control component from the circuit control device? I'll need to take it back to the base for further research once the test is done.
The main control component is right over there, Commander. Go ahead and take it.
Thank you. Good luck with your experiments ahead. In and out, and I've got the main control component. Jealous? Don't worry. Once you become the perfect authorizer, you'll be pulling this off too. The main control component is installed and the circuit controller is starting up. Please wait a moment for the activation process to complete.
What's that?
We've returned to a fragment of the network's past, essentially accessing a shard of its stored data. This raw data was used to generate the virtual IDA. And as a regular authorizer, you can't influence it.
As the perfect authorizer, can you freely access the raw data of these shards?
Is your understanding of the perfect authorizer truly that limited? That won't do at all. You just mentioned IDA on the outside, and how Shirley became the nemesis. Don't you want to change all of this?
Do you know how to change it?
You'll figure it out when you become the perfect authorizer.
What about you? Once I become the perfect authorizer, is there anything you want to do?
Of course. Now that I can finally leave hyperspace and complete my mission, I'm ready to make up for everything I've missed. Great food, delicious drinks, fun times. I don't want to miss a thing. So hurry up and become the perfect authorizer. Then I can hand this burden over to you and finally enjoy some peace and quiet.
Still as blunt as ever, huh?
The circuit controller has been activated. Using the circuit controller up ahead, I can officially activate your authorizer source code. Excited? Then dive right in.
Where is this place?